Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. Now, I was extremely serious when I said we were going to transition into somebody who helps save lives. And her name is Kathy Lucci. I've known her for a long time. Kathy, part of the Midwest Organ Transplant Network. Kathy, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
And a preemptive thank you for everything that you've done for so long when it comes to organ donation, because April is national. And I want to make sure that I have it right. Organ awareness, Donate Life Month.
Yes.
But how do you describe it?
National Donate Life Month is a time to really remember those that gave such an incredible gift of organ, eye, or tissue donation, and celebrating with those who received those gifts, but remember those that are still waiting.
Absolutely. It's been so long since you and I have had the opportunity to talk in studio, and the reason was pandemic, was COVID-19. I have to ask you, how difficult was it from your goal of encouraging people to donate, but also to going through the medical hoops during the pandemic to make sure organ donation was still safe? What was that like for you?
So things did stop for a short time, and then we were able to continue resuming that process. COVID did impact as far as those who had COVID at the time were not eligible, but that as we learned and grew and new technologies and medications and really finding out more about COVID, because nobody knew anything at that time, we were able to move with that. And so someone who has COVID at this point now can still be a donor, an organ donor. So that is really something that's been really helpful for many families who are struggling with such grief in this horrible pandemic, that something positive could come out of it.
In other words, folks, we're just eliminating the reasons why you can't help save a life. Great event coming up tomorrow night.
Yes.
And it's a combination that Freeman and Mercy have put together. And it is part of Donate Life Month, but it also tells the story, one of the great success stories of a very young four-stater. I'll kind of let you pick up it from there.
Yes, so Freeman Health System and Mercy Hospital Joplin are coming together again. It's been over 20 years now that they have done this to honor those in our community that gave the gift of organ, eye, and tissue donation, and to celebrate those lives that have been saved, such as little Rowan. I want to call him Baby Rowan because we've been following him for a long time.
I think we all want to call him Baby Rowan, but you just told me right before we came on, Baby Rowan is getting ready for school.
Yes, he's in kindergarten. So I think that's very exciting. And Amanda, his mother, is going to come, and they will be there, their family will be there to share their story of what donation has meant to them.
What has it been like from your aspect with the Midwest Transplant Network to watch Rowan grow up before our very eyes?
You know, it's an amazing thing to see. When I first started, 15 years ago, there was a young man in our community that had a liver transplant, and he had been just a little one, and he is, oh my gosh, he is grown, he is working, it's just an incredible thing to see, and just reminding us the importance of what that gift can be.
Now, when we have our celebration for Rowan tomorrow night, this is open to everybody. People may think, well, I'm not family or friend, and so maybe I'm not invited. That's number one. If you could encourage people, number one, that's not the case. But also, two, people that go to a celebration like this, what do they take away from it?
You know, we have so many donor families that are there to remember their donor heroes, and having that connection and being able to talk to somebody that has gone through that experience with them, like their experience. Vicki Broadwell, for example, she's also going to be a speaker tomorrow night. Her son Jeremiah was a donor hero several years ago, and donation has been really powerful for their family, and just that connection with other families that have shared that type of a journey can be very powerful, and can be really, it's an amazing event. And yes, if you have been touched by donation, I would encourage anyone to come. Be there at 5:30 at the Freeman Business Center.
And there won't be a dry eye.
No.
Anyway, I mean that in a positive,
yes,
a positive aspect. As you've gone through this, you still have your elevator speech when you talk to people about the importance of it. And while we've seen the number of organ donors increase throughout the years, especially in your 15 years here, there's still a shortage. Yes. If you could kind of explain to people, how do you put when it comes to, if I'm standing in line at the DMV, okay? I'm standing there, and I get to that checkbox. What do you tell me to make sure that I check it?
I would ask if you had the opportunity to save a life, would you want to do so? Most people definitely do want to do that. And actually over 90% of the United States, people in the United States want to be an organ donor. They just don't know the method to do it.
Sure.
So like you said, when you go to the DMV, say yes, you want to be a donor. If you can go online to sharelifemidwest.com. You can go on if you have an iPhone, you can go on the health app and you can even register there. So there's a couple different ways you can do that. Most important though is talk to your family about what your decision is and what your wishes are. It can be very helpful to your family, because otherwise, if they don't know, having that information ahead of time will really take that burden off of them. From one, either having to make the decision. If you make the decision, they already know what your decision is, and they will help. Then we can help them honor your decision.
Because essentially, they're fulfilling your wishes.
Yes. And registering to be a donor is like having a will. So yes, that is your decision, and we certainly want to honor you in your decision for someone who has made that choice.
And like Kathy said, it's so easy. What resources can we find online at the Midwest Transplant Network?
So there's a lot of information at mwtn.org, and you can register to be a donor. You can find information about recipients, donor families. Our memorial quilts are actually even online. So if you care to go look at that information, our events, there's a lot of information at mwtn.org regarding organ, eye, and tissue donation.
So let's wrap it up by talking about the event, Freeman Business Center, right?
Freeman Business Center, be there at 5:30. We will start, and it'll be a wonderful evening. And again, our speakers, Vicki and Amanda, are going to do a great job and just really celebrating our heroes that have been in our community.
And once again, folks, it is free, it is open to the public, and it is one of the most powerful presentations that I think you'll ever sit through. And when I say I've been through a number of them, that sounds like I'm discounting it. Every one of them is different, and every one of them leaves you with a sense of reflection.
Yes.
When you're done.
Yes.
Kathy Lucci, I want to thank you so much. Hey,
thank you.
And I say best of luck to you during Donate Life Month, but best of luck to you and your organization throughout the entire year, and thank you for everything that you've done and all the lives that you have saved.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Kathy, great to see you.
You too.
We'll be back with more KOM Morning News right after this.